The second half just about to get going here.
Klay Thompson with an impressive quarter. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Steph, Klay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's Ashik. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Ashik's got the first basket of the third quarter for New Orleans. Warriors leading by 6. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch them, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. Here's Holiday. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Ashik's got 6.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
The Warriors packing Oracle Arena, but plans for a new arena on the San Francisco waterfront by 2018. I've seen pictures. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, I can only imagine one of the great fan bases in all of basketball. Change of location from their original intended spot on the piers, the spot known as Mission Bay, about a mile south.
And a new coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Throws it up high, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Here's Evans after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Here's Davis. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lee.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game. Well, and you look at the hurdles the Warriors have faced with their planned arena site on the piers. Political, bureaucrats, financial issues, and the cost of renovating the piers. But with their new site, those issues pretty much gone. Easy to see why they went in another direction.
And for the Warriors, a new line called the Central Subway, under construction, is expected to have a stop a block away from the new arena. So really good public access when that happens. And that's really good to hear, especially for Oakland fans still hoping to attend the game.
And Iguodala drops them both.
Andre Iguodala, one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Great ball handler, and when he gets to the rim, he's right up there with LeBron James as far as being one of the most high-percentage finishers in the league.
Davis with a screen on Curry. Holiday, and that one's good. Holiday's got 14.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Lee sets a screen for Curry. Pass to Thompson. He feeds it to Bogut. 5 on the clock. It's Curry with the drive. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
You know, as great as Iguodala's strength and athleticism are, I think it's his IQ for the game that really sets him apart. I mean, you see all of that in his alertness and anticipation defensively, and also in his playmaking on the offensive end.
Pelicans trail by 10. Outside Holiday. Evans outside. Back to Holiday. Gordon, the pass to Ashik. The jump hook. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. Ashik's got 6 in the quarter.
You gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Warriors leading by 8. Well, and for Iguodala, the savvy off-the-court 2 guys, one of the attractions, Steve, for him playing in the Bay Area, connecting with the area's innovators and the venture capitalists.
He's a bright guy, and you know, back in 2011 during the labor negotiations, he actually spent time interning with a major bank. So, I mean, this is a guy with a bright future beyond basketball.
Thompson for 3. Rebound, Evans. Pelicans trail by 8. There's the dish to Davis. Gordon kicks to Holiday. Back to Gordon. Evans against Thompson. 11 feet away, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Tyreke Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot, the inconsistency of his outside shot, has held him back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Evans has worked diligently on his shooting. He had a bad habit of fading back on every jump shot early in his career, so he's tried to shoot with a more traditional motion.
Good on both. And Evans, over his career, has bounced around a little bit position-wise. He played point guard at Memphis and coming into the NBA, and then some small forward. What do you think his best position is?
I think he's one of those guys that probably is a playmaking small forward or 2 guard. He's got ball handling skills that allow him to make plays. He can score. He's strong. His wingspan allows him to play bigger than he is, but I think he's a playmaking 2 or 3.
Now here is Bogut, following the shot by Evans. Outside Curry. Thompson inside the line. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Now Davis. He's got 8. Holiday dishes to Davis, and the whistle blows. It's going to be an Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And again, no good by New Orleans. Warriors leading by 6. Lee, a screen on Gordon. It's Curry with the drive, and it's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Holiday against Curry. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials. Well, it's really hard to find a more pure, accurate shooting stroke than Klay Thompson's. I mean, every season over 40% from distance, but he's working to diversify his offensive game. You know, he's posting up and using his ball handling skills to get inside some.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Thompson worked hard on his explosiveness and finishing. He predicted, Steve, a poster dunk last season and delivered against Kyle Singler. Remember that, of the Pistons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been trying to go inside more. And last year he thought, he'd have to work at it to get to the line more. Only averaged about 2 free throw attempts per game for his career. So that's the next step for him to be more aggressive attacking.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well guarded.
And that's Evans penetrating. Can't connect from short range.
He has not been on his game, and their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Curry passes to Bogut. Shoots. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Bogut. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. For New Orleans, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. And Steve, with Klay, not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that has proved to be a factor in his play.
Man, one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. And now he can get that three off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So, what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
Drew Holiday, going into last season, traded from the Sixers to the Pelicans in exchange for 2 first-round picks and a win-now move for the Pelicans, clearly. But he ended up only playing a little over 2 months after a stress fracture in his ankle.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Fredette is checked in. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. And for Holiday, an all-star in 2013, but Steve, he's still very young.
Yeah, just going into his 6th season in the league. And remember, he only played 1 year of college at UCLA, so still very young, still a lot of upside, very talented point guard.
That's good.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Here's Holiday. 16 points for him. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's Thompson. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. There's the three. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Got a piece of it. And the wide open shot from Evans. Gets an open look and hits. Evans has got 12 in the game.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Lee sets a screen for Thompson. Thompson right side. Here's Lee, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And Holiday kicks to Fredette. He dishes it to Evans. Top of the key, and the jumper is on the mark. Evans has got 6 points in the quarter. Warriors leading by 10. On the wing, Thompson. 19 points in the game. Feeds to Iguodala. Outside Curry. Evans with the rebound. Evans has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Had a pretty good look in the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
The three from Fredette. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Fredette's got it back down to single digits for the Pelicans. Warriors have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Right side, Lee. Thompson, a screen on Anderson. No good from Lee. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the pick. And the call will be against David Lee. That's foul number 2 for him. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for David Lee. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The Pelicans also changing it up. John Salmons, he's checked in for Evans. Smith comes in for Fredette. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday. Here is Livingston. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson for 3. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, defensively they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Here is Livingston following the score by New Orleans. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Pelicans trailed by 11.
This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
Here is Livingston. Back to Green. Barnes sets a screen for Green. Out to the right wing. From downtown, another 3 for Golden State.
I'll tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Now here is Smith. Salmons dishes to Smith. The pass to Rivers. The feed to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Smith. From deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Space has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Here's Thompson, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Now here is Smith. He kicks it to Rivers. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
In this quarter alone, already 7 points off turnovers.
And that's why they're behind. I mean, they've been sloppy all quarter, and it's really starting to cost them.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. Warriors leading by 18. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Pass to Green. Dishes to Livingston. Pass to Thompson. He's feeling it. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Thompson's got 16 here in the second half.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Rivers passes to Smith. Davis dishes to Smith. Davis with a screen on Thompson. And it's Smith penetrating. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, They're perfect so far, so keep it up.
For New Orleans, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they averaged about 77% from the free throw line a year ago. So this is a solid free throw shooting team.
That free throw missing, and the Warriors making a change here. And he can't hit the second. Warriors leading by 20. Here is Livingston. Kicks it to Thompson. 13 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Smith outside to halt the run. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And the Warriors with possession here. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Anderson and Davis, they're in the middle. Man in the backcourt, it's Rivers and Gordon. And it's Salmons in at the small forward position.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Here's Rivers after the made shot from Klay Thompson. The dish to Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Salmons for the three. Good.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Warriors leading by 19. Outside Curry. He feeds it to Barnes. Back to Curry. He dishes it to Lee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, it's plays like that. Hustle plays on the glass and then staying with it, being active. It really caused some problems for that defense.
Now here's Rivers. Feeds to Davis. Now the pass to Rivers. He kicks it to Salmons. Davis dishes to Salmons. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good game for Davis. 11 rebounds and also a block shot.
Shooting for the Warriors, Anthony Davis. 2.
First one falls for him.
The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and a lot of great passers, too.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And then for New Orleans, Omer Asher. He's checked in for Anderson. Evans comes in for John Salmons. And it's Holiday in for Austin Rivers. And you watch the Warriors, Clark. They're having fun playing out there. Great chemistry on the floor and in the locker room.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a college atmosphere.
It does.
I mean, their harmony and chemistry is outstanding. A lot of youthful enthusiasm. And remember, despite their success, this is still one of the youngest teams in the league.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Pelicans trailed by 21. It's Evans on the wing. From 15 feet away, misses off the left iron.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Curry against Gordon. Lee kicks to Curry. Thompson right side. Iguodala outside. From outside, off the mark. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Davis. That's good.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Thompson outside. Lee left side. And that one's good. Pelicans trailed by 21. Outside Holiday. Davis setting the pick for Evans. The Warriors pull it in.
Textbook defending there. He didn't give him an inch of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, great footwork and terrific positioning, Clark.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Traps in the tray. Thompson's got 36.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play his star players every minute of an NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance and the risk of injury. It's basically a balancing act. I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games.
Here's Lee, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Curry's shot is good.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Now here's Evans. Shot left block. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
The Warriors, a team with big ambition, from their plans for a new arena to a highly successful D-League team in Santa Cruz. This is a team on the rise.
Outside Curry. And there's the feed to Lee. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one's on Evans. And the Warriors not just looking to expand locally, but internationally as well. They're hoping to become the gateway team to China.
Yeah, much of the Bay Area's population and the Warriors fan base, those folks are of Asian descent. The Warriors unveiled a special Chinese New Year jersey, a nod to some of their fans here and abroad. Pretty smart marketing work by the Warriors.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility, but he can really move around the floor for a big man.
Both good from the line that time.
And David Lee, tremendous feet and excellent hands for a big guy. Really good touch, catching and finishing around the rim. Either hand, he's really an adept finisher, whether off the pass or on an offensive rebound.
A Sheik, no good. Nice D from Bogut. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Holiday against Curry. Bogut with a screen on Holiday. Curry passes to Lee. Back to Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Shot clock at 6. The 11-footer. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And for David Lee, Steve, not just valued by his team for his play on the court, but also his presence in the locker room.
Yeah, a good teammate. He makes a big difference in the community. Those things can really help and make a big contribution to team chemistry.
Now here's Evans after the miss from Stephen Curry. Here's Gordon. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. So it's the Warriors now. And here is Curry. Right side Curry. In low to Bogut. Back to Curry. Can't hit. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. There's the pick. Evans kicks to Holiday. Evans against Iguodala. Evans dishes to Asher. Evans passes to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Gordon for 3. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Curry with it. Pass to Lee. Iguodala outside. Dishes to Thompson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Pelicans foul call.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
And the free throw, no good. Clark, dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades. So just about everybody, no matter what their size, when you look at NBA guys, can throw it down. And, you know, Steve mentioned his favorite dunker. Mine would have to be Dominique Wilkins. His two-handed double clutch, sideways tilt throwdowns would have to be up there as well.
Well, you know, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh, you can go on and on. There's some
sure could.
Acrobatic guys, high flyers for sure.
Taking 2 shots.
Omer Asik in the poison pill year of his contract now, making about $15 million this season. That money scared off the Chicago Bulls, but Houston was able to find a taker in the New Orleans Pelicans.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Asik certainly a great defensive NBA center, Clark, but $15 million, that's a big chunk of change.
That is, especially as cap conscious as teams are now under the new CBA. But he's in a contract year playing for his next contract now. If he does well, it's hard to believe, but his next contract might not be too far off from what he's making right now.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Davis setting the pick for Holiday. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Drew Holiday, part of a basketball family. Of course, he played at UCLA, but both of his parents played at Arizona State.
And for Drew Holiday, you know, you talk about his family. His brother and sister have both won state titles. And his father, in his 50s, can still throw down the 360 dunk. I'm looking at you.
No, it's not happening here. Come on. I know he's got some good DNA, but 360 dunks at 50? Although Drew is real deal. His youngest brother is a star in the making, playing in high school in Los Angeles right now.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, the Pelicans last season tried to make a push for the playoffs, but a slew of injuries really held them back.
But even at full strength, Kevin, this team was fighting for the 8th seed, still young and developing. You've got to give this group time to grow because I think they've got some nice pieces.
Now here's Evans after the miss from Klay Thompson.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Curry. Passes it to Lee. Taken away by Holiday. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Finished off the break. Holiday's got 4 points in the quarter.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on D.
And you talk about giving the Pelicans time to grow as a young team. Ownership, not entirely content to do so. Remember, at the 2013 draft, they traded away the 6th pick and this year's draft pick in exchange for Drew Holiday. So that's a win-now move.
Pelicans trail by 20. And it's Evans in the corner. Back to Holiday. Evans kicks to Holiday. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
And even though Drew Holiday was an all-star in 2013, he's still in his early 20s, relatively young, really young. We'll see in time how that trade pans out on talent, but certainly for Holiday, it's given him a chance to grow with this young roster.
Clock is at 3. Pelicans pull it in.
Now, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
And Holiday, here we go. Iguodala with the block. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Pass to Bogut. And Davis pulls it down.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Evans kicks to Holiday. New Orleans moving it around.
You know, every team in the league loves to have good size in the middle, but it does seem like the league is getting tougher for big men. You know, help defenses now, the allowance of zone defenses, you can sort of load up on players. It can inhibit a big man's ability to attack because you can see double teaming even before he's gotten the ball. But it's made for great strategy, and I really like the new rules.
It's Curry with the drive. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And as the game has required more movement, Clark, we're seeing big guys try to slim down.
And yeah, big men with agility are at a premium, but also it takes a little bit of the stress and strain off the joints. As few as 5 to 10 pounds less can make a big difference, and that's huge for big guys.
So both teams changing it up here. On the wing, Green, defended by Anderson. Launches a 3. Good. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Now, here is Fredette. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
Here is Livingston. Now Rush. Over to the wing. And here's Barnes for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
The offensive rebound. And that one is good from Ajinça.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Here's Rush. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
You know, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game.